Have you ever thought about making a room more ADHD friendly for yourself or for someone that you know? Here are 11 simple ways that you can do that. First of all, the thing that you want to do is make sure that you can see everything that is important, because when you have ADHD and things are behind things, you may not notice that they are there. And now you're trying to go around your room and find whatever you're trying to look for. Now, a way you can do this is when you have a desk, make sure that it's clear of all the extraneous stuff that you don't really need, and only the stuff that you need is on there and you can see everything. Now, another great thing to have in the room is going to be a communication station. This is where you have your sticky notes, your notepads, dry erase board. It's great to communicate back and forth if you have someone living with you, but also it's great just to have some place to write things down. Maybe you just want to remember something really quick. You can write it on a dry erase board. Maybe you want to make a grocery list or whatever. You have pads right there. Or maybe you just want to jot down your thoughts right there on the pad. In general, you have your communication station at a desk. Now, another thing that is great to do is inside the room, designate different areas for different things. So again, if you have a desk there, make that the study area or where you do like your business or whatever. Have another area, maybe your workout equipment is over there. Maybe you have a nightstand. Now, a nightstand is really good because a lot of people put just specific things on their nightstand. But all inside your room, you have these areas, and so it's really easy to go into your room, look around, and know exactly where things are going to be or where you need to put them back. Another thing that will help in an ADHD friendly room is going to be a portable clothes rack. And so this helps you clean out your closet and have your clothes that you normally use all the time on that clothes rack, and you can see them all the time. And it makes going in there and choosing whatever you're going to wear a lot easier too, because you can go there first and look through all the clothes there. Like if you need to stand in front of a mirror and try stuff on, you can just move it there, and that way you have access to your clothes. And the reason you have this is because a lot of times when you have a closet inside of a room, a lot of stuff gets thrown in that closet a lot of times if it's not, organized together. Another great thing to have inside the room is going to be storage that is clear, that you can see what is inside, because sometimes when you put something somewhere, then you kind of lose sight of it because of the fact you may have put something in front of it, and now you're looking for it, and now you're looking through all the bins and containers that you have because they're not clear, instead of having one that you can just see inside and making it much easier and much faster for you to find what you want. Now, another great thing to have is some type of bed storage, or what I mean by under the bed storage. You may have a bed that has a pull-out storage place, and that's great, or you might have a container you put under the bed. Also, another great thing to have is going to be a bed caddy. And these things are great because you can put them on the wall, or they connect right to your bed, and you can put whatever you want to in there, like cell phones, charging cords, wallet, keys, whatever you want to put in there. And it's convenient because now you don't have to get up and start looking for whatever you want to look for. You can just look in your bed caddy and know that it's already there if you put it in there. And the other great thing is they don't take up much space. And so when you get ready to go to sleep, you can just lean over, put your phone or whatever in your bed caddy, and then you know exactly where it is when you get up in the morning. And they're not expensive at all, and they have all sorts of different kinds. So when you find one that you really like, then it's going to be a great asset to have inside of an ADHD friendly room. Now, another great thing to do in your room is to have things set up in the frequency that you use them. So the items that you use more frequently, make sure that you can get to them and have easy access to them. And so you might just love books and have a lot of books that you're going to read, and you might have a series that you really love, and so you have a bookshelf. Now, don't put that bookshelf behind something that makes it hard to get to that bookshelf and take out your favorite book. You want to have that bookshelf in front of all the stuff that you just don't use that much. For example, you might have a tennis racket, tennis balls, all this kind of sporting equipment in your room, and your bookshelf is behind that. And so you read all the time, and now you have to just climb over all this stuff or move all this stuff out of the way just so you can get to that book that you really want. Instead, move that stuff somewhere else, store it in a different place. Your tennis racket, your balls, your whatever other sporting equipment you might have that you just don't need as much or you don't use as much. Like you haven't played tennis like 5 years, but you still have the racket and tennis balls. Move that stuff to a different location so it's easier for you to get to your books and enjoy your reading. Another thing to do as you're in the room and organizing everything, make sure that you don't have useless items in the room. Like for instance, you have a chair in the corner that has one broken leg, and if you put anything more than some clothes on there, it's going to fall. And so it's not really a useful item because no one is going to sit in that chair, and you know that. And plus, it's broken in the first place. So you want to take that chair and try to get rid of it, and then try to find a chair that's actually able to be sat in. And the other reason to get rid of a chair like that is sometimes that chair becomes the place where you put laundry that you haven't folded yet, and then it becomes an ever-growing pile of laundry they haven't folded, or that are dirty clothes or whatever, in that one chair. Great thing to have in the ADHD friendly room is a box for all the things that you're just not sure about. Like, you might find something in the room, you're like, I don't know if I need this. What's this for? I probably need to figure out this later of what it is. And so you put it in that box and you just have it in the area for all that stuff that you're not sure if you're going to give it away. You're not sure maybe what the function of it is. You're not sure if you need it or don't need it. So you just put it in that box. Now, you do have to eventually go in and clean out that box and figure out what everything is. But for the time being, just so you don't take a whole lot of time trying to figure it out and waste a whole lot of time, especially if you have to be somewhere at an appointment or something, then you can just take it, put in that box, and then figure out and organize it later. Now, if it gets to the point to where it's overflowing, then that becomes an issue. So you do want to have a day or time to where you can figure out what is in that box and make a decision about what you want to do with each of those items in the box. Another great thing to have in an ADHD friendly room is things that help you sleep or things that help you to wake up, because a lot of times when you have ADHD, you are up very late in the morning. And so you're trying to get to sleep and you're sitting in your bed and you're just like, man, I just have all these different thoughts running through my head and I just can't get to sleep right now. So things like white noise machines, pink noise machines, or maybe you have a bulb like a lamp that I have in the back there that allows you to change the color and have it go on and off at a certain time, or maybe just something else, whatever you have that can help someone to get to sleep. Also, the other thing is to wake up in the morning, a really loud alarm clock definitely helps some people, or at least it helps me, but everybody is a little bit different. So a different type of alarm clock can help a lot of different people, just one that is good for them. Now, personally, one of my favorite designs for an alarm clock is the one where once it goes off your dresser or whatever, and you have to chase it around the room to actually turn it off. I think that's pretty cool. They have alarm clocks also where you have to solve math problems to turn them off. And so I would not even want that kind of alarm clock. Another great thing to have in an ADHD friendly room is going to be labels and being able to label things. It just makes finding things easier when you can look over, read the label, and just know what's inside something, or know that is a location to put this certain thing. You can even have ones that are color coded, and maybe those colors represent something to you. Hey, this is what this color means. This is what that color means. But any way that you want to do your labels to make it easier for you to go around the room, or make it easier for them to go around the room and find exactly what they're looking for, is going to be a very good asset to have in the room. Another great thing to have in an ADHD friendly room is going to be drawer dividers, because it helps having sections inside the drawer so you know exactly where things are. When you look inside the drawer, you can say, okay, socks are here, underwear is here, shirts are here, or maybe you have like your cologne or whatever, or perfume in there as well. Maybe you have jewelry in different sections in your drawers as well. You just are going to have drawers that are divided up into different sections, and it makes it so much easier to find whatever you're looking for, or so much easier to put things back in the right place so your drawers just don't become a mess. And I think when you have a drawer divider in there as well, it just kind of prompts you to say, okay, I could just put this in there and throw it in there, but now I have these different sections, and that prompts me to kind of put things in there the right way in the right section. Also, it's just good to have because it just makes it look better once you open the drawer, and everything has its own place. And another thing about an ADHD friendly room, don't worry about perfection. The room does not have to be perfect. And the reason is because sometimes on a whim, you just might want to rearrange your room, change things up because you discover, hey, this is not really working for me. Maybe if I move this here, this will work better. Or that is not in the right place that I really want where I can get to it easily. I'm going to move this here. Or, hey, I just need to get rid of this thing and it's already in that kind of section where I can just take it and move it out or whatever. You want to have that kind of flexibility instead of just everything in the perfect location. And that's not to say it's not good to strive for perfection if you want to do that or whatever. And what I really mean is just don't fall into perfectionism to where you're wasting so much time trying to figure out the perfect design for the room. You just want it to where it's comfortable. And this is not the only video I have on ADHD friendly designs and organization. I have another video about ADHD friendly homes where I went over how to get your whole house into an ADHD friendly kind of style. And you can watch that video right here.